Hey, it is Stacy. I'm going live. Yep. Sorry, it's so late. It's 1:04 a.m. Well, if anyone's awake and wants to chat about Summer Wells and Michael Vaughan, here's your chance. Sorry about the mess in my dresser there. Got the tarot cards ready, and like I said several times before, Summer Wells was taken. Now, Candace and Don, yep, they got issues. Yep, they on drugs. Yep, they on alcohol. Yep, kids got lice. The fucking house is a mess. Thank God social services stepped in. And of course they're gonna step in. They're in danger because they've been having death threats. And Don and Candace is alone, or are they? Who knows? But Grandma took off. But besides that, Michael Vaughn. So I was watching somebody else, and you can't put a message in unless you're a member, and comments are turned off. What the fuck's that about? If you gave a fuck, why would you turn comments off? And yet you're taking donations in. Whatever, not my business. But here's your chance to ask questions. And remember, like I said in my last video, there's a level change for summer. And what did they say today? They bitched out the YouTubers again, just like I said. The police were coming out. I thought maybe they found her, but nope. They took their time out of their daily schedule to bitch about people thinking they were psychics. Did you fart? Oh my God. Where's the lighter? Damn, Sassy. Watch this. Did you see the flame right now? Damn, dog. Anyway, they took the time out of their busy schedule of looking for her and bitched about it. Things. Because nobody's psychic, and stop calling the police department and giving them your thoughts about it, because everybody's got a thought. And I've had several messages, and I've also had some tarot card readers, and honestly, we're getting the same answers. If you got a tarot deck, we're getting the same fucking answers because it's the truth. But they don't want to listen to us, so fuck them. They get paid to do their job, and they better do their job because people are watching. And we got other things to worry about, like how the fuck we gonna go to the store in New York without having a vaccination. So here's your time to bitch, and also to put your comments in that if you have any theories or whatever, let it out. I was watching Gray Hughes, which was a big mistake. And people just calling. Oh, Monkey Moore called in, and I watch her show once in a while, but it's the same repeat, same damn thing. Nothing changed. She actually just repeated that you can Google, what they said. But such talent of a video. That's their video. Who gives a shit? They're alternate news people, I guess. But yet, we got bad raps about tarot cards, numerology, and I really don't believe in numerology, but that's my belief. And I really don't believe in astrology because everybody's got different thoughts going around now anyway, and so forth. But there might be some coincidence. My chat's not working unless somebody says fucking something like "shut the fuck up, Stacy," or "hello." Chat's not working. So I've done the cards at least 20 times. They keep saying the same thing. Somebody that was traveling through the neighborhood, whether they know the neighbors, whether they lived at the neighbors, whether they worked in that neighborhood, worked for the neighbors, or fucking partied with who the fuck knows if Don and Candace or Candace Grandis was picking up people on Twitter and or Kinder or whatever the fuck, and bringing them back there. somebody knew the property. Was it a stranger? No, not quite, because if someone says hello, are they a stranger? Hey, hello, my name is Devious. Is that a stranger? But Don did say that he did fire somebody that was suspicious, acted like a crazy fuck, and was on crocodile, which is odd that Don, so burnt out that he is, knows what the fuck crocodilia is. And I know it because I watched a documentary on it. I don't know if it exists, but that's what they say. They say it exists. But anyway, it's late. I'm tired of hearing the bullshit. We got enough problems to worry about, like our fucking food going up and the injection shit. You're going to have to get the injection if you want to go to work. I mean, that's kind of communism. Not to mention against our constitutional right, but they want that. It's against our human rights. It's against your religious rights. Just say it's against my religious rights. My body's my temple, But or bow down and to the east and say Allah. You right? Thank you for saying something because now I know the chat works. Hey, have you feeling? Yeah, I always feel like shit. One day I feel better, next day I don't. The fucking device is sticking out of my ass. That hurts. I got the epidural in the middle of the back. That feels better, but I still got pain, and I'm trying to exercise. I'm an old lady now. I got the flag going. So I'm trying to build my upper weights back up after the surgery. I didn't realize they tore my muscles all apart and all that shit just to get that device in there. So it's going to take time. And yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks, though. I got issues like everybody else. But not like that poor little baby girl and that little boy, though, right? They got issues. The family got issues. So we got one from the hillside, and we got one in a nice little neighborhood in the middle of nowhere. Suddenly disappeared. And same thing, snatch and go. And with Michael Vaughan, I keep getting mixed messages. Are they involved or not? Right? So that's another story too. Yeah, until somebody comes up with believe me, the cops are ready to bust somebody on that case. They done got all the videotapes, unless that one guy, just came around the neighborhood and right where there was no fucking footage of a car going through, then they snatched, but they know every damn car that went through this shit. And that's their job. They get paid. They say like only 25,000. Now they get like $30,000. There's usually two detectives to the case, and then you have the FBI stepping in. But also with the Michael Vaughan, they said they're going to drain every damn thing. They done did this, they done did that, and that's what they're going through next. They got a lead. They got a lead. And Daddy might have been wrong about the timing, but he's not going to do interviews like dumbass Donald Wells and Candace started the shit with her fucking want to be famous or Allie's famous fucking shit. Now they all got to go to court, because believe me, Allie's going to be a witness. And Hunter, don't say his name, we'll call him H. He's going to be going to court, whether he likes it or not. And all the little children might be going to court. It's like, and the dog, they're all going to be going to court. Fuck shit. Yeah. You notice that there's more and more of them. And eventually there's going to be half of America that has committed the crime against children. So when it comes to vote, it's like, okay, we'll lower the age. Every damn decade, they're going to be lowering that age if we make it that far. Right? Here, let me get my bifocals on. These glasses suck, and I should have went back and got them fixed. Even though I shampooed my hair, I can't do a damn thing with it. Uh, Let me get the dollar store ones. Oh, I'm sure the kids are going to be talking about the shit. Mommy did this. I mean, they think they're going to get a special cookie if they do. There's always a little narc in the group. It's like, I didn't do that shit. What the fuck is he talking about, right? Mommy farted. No, I didn't. Right. Yeah, there's always one in the group. So, anyway, which case do you want to talk about first? And I've done Summers at least 20 times with 3 different decks in front of me. And Michael Vaughan, I just started because I can't take no more. It's every time you see it, it's like, oh my God. Now, Summer, was she being molested? Why do you think Candace was taking her out specially without the boys? They're of the age you got to separate. So at least she had a little bit of common sense or knew or something happened. Right? She either knew, somebody said something, or something happened. Right? Past, present, future. That's the way it is, right? And then the Michael Vaughan shit, they're not talking. They knew better because like I said, I thought they might have found her. And of course, I said, oh no, they're probably going to come out and bitch about us again on YouTube or social media about shut the fuck up, gossip. And it wasn't even us, it was these motherfuckers doing the interviews. And oh no, all the money goes to Summer Rae. I don't think so. And then I'm not gonna mention his name, but you know who I'm talking about. Uh, and I'm kind of glad he did the interview, or they said okay. But if let me in the shed, I'm pretty sure somebody was hiding in that shed, and I'm pretty sure there was porno being. All right, motherfucker, do you really want somebody to open up your shed and let everybody know you got tools, or you stole tools from somebody, they might see them? So I can understand why they didn't want the tool shed opened, but I'm pretty sure Don was hiding in there. When nobody said they had to do a fucking interview with you, right? You're supposed to be looking for the daughter, not what Don did. Heinous shit in his past. And now he's found God and he's got to go pray. I think he's suicidal personally. And I did the cards. They're both suicidal. And if they keep pushing them, Don might kill Candy and him too, but that's not because of guilt. It's because they can't take no more. They have nothing else. They have nothing really much to live for anyway, except get up, go to work and shit. Oh, I get drunk. I go to work. I still, come back home. Kids, I get drunk. I mean, what kind of life did they have anyway? It wasn't like they were going to Disneyland, right? And of course, we don't know much about Michael Vaughan that suddenly disappeared. Now, I know I've lived in neighborhoods where there's always one where the mother works at the bar, the grandmother's watching him, and the grandmother just lets him run loose. And I actually had a 6-year-old in my house, and my kids were like 1 and 1.5 and 13. They were only 13 months apart. And, I had this 6-year-old in my house that would always come down because I was in the yard playing with the kids. And one time he was in my living room, and then he did something, and I said, "Get the fuck out of my house." And that little kid said to me, "No, I ain't leaving." I was like, "What did you say to me?" "No, I ain't leaving." I was like, oh my God, do I have to call the cops to throw this little kid out of my house? Look, you ain't never coming back to my house, right? And this little kid was evil Dennis the Menace. I'm talking would do evil shit. But anyway, back to reality. Do I think he was pimping? Can't Grandest, maybe. I definitely think when they got back home with those pills, they was doing some pills, and whether they were snorting, injecting, or just powdering or texting, I'm sure she was not paying attention. See, when they got home with the milk thing, yes, she was alive. It's not no, oh my gosh, she looks dead shit with her eyes wide open, right? Well, let's make sure her eyes are closed and stick her hand up. Um, they got back home. They undo the groceries. The boys are happy to have fucking munchies in the house. I'm sure they were running all day long. Do you not think those kids were playing outside that house? I mean, I lived in Salisbury, Maryland when I was a kid. My mother was in her own little world. She kept the house clean, but we'd all go out in the group, because my sisters were 13 months apart, a year apart, and then my older sister was 4 years apart, and then my youngest brother was 4 years younger. And I think he stayed home because he was like really young. But all the other kids in the neighborhood, we'd all get together and just go find shit to do in the middle of fucking nowhere in the woods. We'd have sticks to play with, rocks to play with, snakes to play with. I mean, just fucking something to do. And we went all the way across town to a swimming pool. And I think I said this on a vid one time, and then I'll get back to what we really came here to talk about. There was an old man in this. We went to this creek where the water was high enough for, first grader to be in, and not over my head. But this old man was in the woods, and he kept bugging me to put a quarter in my bathing suit. I didn't realize it. Yeah, he's putting quarters, and we didn't. We saw a mattress in the woods, but we didn't think twice about it. The man's living in the woods, and who else has been out in the woods, right? Yeah, shit like that. We didn't think twice about, but it happens. It just was not socially reported unless it was on the newspapers. And now we got YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and blah blah blah, and now they're trying to shut us down, right? But anyway, yeah, there's some fucking perverts out there, and it's getting worse and worse. And people say, "Oh no, it's not. It's just we got a lot more people now, and we got this and that." No, there's like eventually it's going to be half these people are have a criminal record. It's okay for a 14-year-old to date a 19-year-old. Yeah, if you lived back in the 18th century and there was only 100 people through the whole town to begin with, right? You know, who the fuck else you gonna date or marry? Like, the fucking Mormons out in Utah, where you know maybe Don's got a whole new family over there, right? Everything about that, right? But never know. Maybe he sold her. Here's a good one, to somebody in Utah, like they do. You got to marry so and so at 5, right? But no, I don't think that. I really do think she was abducted. The point is the cops don't want to tell you. They're about to bust somebody in the neighborhood. I think she's to the north because the cards keep saying she's to the north. Anybody who's got credit cards. Anybody who's got tarot cards, let me know what you got. We gotta stick together because they think we're stupid and this shit ain't real, right? How old were you? I'd like to visit Phoenix, Arizona, and well, of course, Canada too. But yeah, I just started looking for rocks and stuff. Ow. Uh, Let me get comfortable. And then we'll do tarot cards. Or we'll do them now. I'm trying to like cross-eyed with these glasses. But they're magnifying glasses. Yeah, that marry several wives shit. But then again, Candace might be into that. And she might be taking on an alter personality as what do they call it? Butchness or maleness? Something. And so's grandmother. But that's not here nor there. Everybody should do tarot. You might be natural at it, you know? But I need a cigarette. Y'all mind if I smoke a real one? I thought son of a bitch. Thought I had one rolled and I roll my own because it's cheaper. I'm turning old. I remember when a fucking soda was 25 cents. Or a candy bar, etc. But anyway, so what do you think about these fucked up interviews that they keep doing and they keep telling them, oh, we ain't doing no more? And the first they went after Candace, now they're going after Don, right? The point, and then now they're saying Don was home that day. He didn't go to work. This makes me cough more. That's why I got my inhaler right next to me. Right? And then the thing that shocks your heart, right? Uh, so I don't think, or when they got out of the car, I don't believe she died from secondary drowning, and neither do the cards. But when they or suffocated in the car, because that could be a possibility if she was younger. They took all the stuff out. She woke up, a nap, and they're just bouncing again, right? You got to time those naps right. And so they go in the house, they feed the boys because I'm sure they're starving and need a gallon of milk each because that's boys. And they'll still game, but I guarantee you those kids run those woods rampant every day. And Candace just gets high and does what she wants. She's not cleaning the house. They're all hoarders. Candace Grandis Senior has a school bus full of shit. And then the little camper. I thought she actually had a trailer, but a camper. And then the whole house is actually it's such a small, fucked up house. I mean, that's a handmade house. Somebody hand built that house. It's just too many people living in that house, obviously. And a little girl needs her own little room, and then the boys all sleep together. Yes, they definitely need some kind of social services to help build that house up. And I pray summer comes back, but doesn't look that way. And it is a possibility that maybe she's in Utah and they promised some money or we don't know because Candace, if Don was there, I'm sure Candace was there, right? And, these interviews didn't even check on that. Think about it. And maybe that's where the missing sister went. And maybe that's where grandma took off to, right? So anyway, so they get back home. Candace, after they plant the little flower, it only took 5 minutes. And Candace went to go help grandma snort the pills and text people because that's the only place that got reception, oddly. Why would the camper get better reception? I don't know. Right? That's all right. You didn't miss nothing. We're just talking about bullshit. And they're on any kind of drugs, opioids and uppers or downers because Candace likes to party and Candace likes drinks. Said it's done. He might have found God, but obviously every day he likes to party. I'm sure he stops after work at the local bars And I'm sure he definitely looks like he's still drinking. And he's a tall son of a something, right? Definitely tall. And built. He's got a pretty nice body for his old ass nasty age. It shows in his face, but his body. Look, I mean, to put up drywall like that, he's like what, almost 7 feet tall, according to that damn thing they put behind. I don't know if that was accurate, but if you're almost 7 foot tall, like my nephew's 6'9", you could just like, you're at the ceiling. The ceiling fans he used to accidentally run into. Um, Thyroid problem though, but Don's pretty fit. But during the coronavirus, I'm sure they were going crazy with four kids in the house, uh, and all the bugs and rats, lice, shit. So the only outlet they had, and also if they, I'm sure, I don't know if that takes wood or coal or oil or whatever. I'm sure the church has helped out before, and then the new car payment. Well, they don't have a house payment, but they might have. I don't think the electric's a problem. I think it's whatever the hell heats the house in the wintertime, because it is definitely a handmade. Somebody did it themselves, built the house shit. So, what do you all think? I mean, what do you really think? Let it out. And no, we're not going to call and report it because apparently the cops don't want to hear no more from anybody. No more. And that was the level change I said. I said the police are coming out and they have a special report. It wasn't, we found some money. I'm hoping tomorrow at least they find Michael Vaughan. Yeah, 5'11". According to that thing behind him, it said 6'9", didn't it? Yep. So, Candace must be pretty big too, because her next to him, it does. I mean, she doesn't look that short. We know finally when she put a bra on. And no joking aside, I think AB did a thing on that where he was fucking with everybody, but honestly, I think he was doing it just to be ignorant. Something about Candace and her breast, and Allie not putting a bra on when they know that they're going to be on on the public on the interview. And then of course we know Hunter doing the interview like it's he wanted his claim to fame, and I'm sure he was like feeling like, oh my god, I'm the last person that's seen this little girl alive. And I'm sure Allie was feeding shit into his head. And yeah, like somebody said on something today, finally, I don't even remember what the hell I was watching because I didn't watch it long. But I've been saying, well, yeah, if Candace gave him a half a drink of a beer or iced tea, I drank that iced tea. That is some good shit. You can't even tell there's alcohol in that shit. It is good. And I'm sure a 15-year-old would love it. Of course, it's against the law, but Allie's sitting there chain smoking away doing the interview. Like, you think she ain't never let him or knew he smoked or drank at 15? Right. Anyway, that's not the point of Summers. But yet, they ran with it, and I think 12,000 people were watching it. Right? Well, that's the thing about the AB thing. That's why I got rid of it. But he's on the Facebook who said, she said, and seems to be a younger crowd that watches that. And I'm not on Facebook or Twitter, nor will I ever be again, due to other reasons. But yeah, it was like, what the fuck? Why would you say that or do that about a bra? And one of my vids, I said, yeah, I'm not wearing a bra. Well, actually, I was, because I just had surgery and it fucking hurt like hell when it rubbed against my back. So I got one of those exercise bras that actually is even worse to put on. I want one that goes in the front and clips, because when you're old, you can't be sitting there fondling that shit and moving it around, and or getting in and out of gowns. But I still got muscle problems lifting up anything heavy over 20, actually 3 pounds. And my little fat chihuahua, come here, bitch, my bitch. Sassy, which I got from from the Flintstones, from the eyebrow. What a pretty bitch. Sassy, she's 12 pounds. She apparently has been fed too much. I did not know. I had a black lab that recently died after like 14 years. Anyway, back to the subject. It broke my heart. But anyway, dog saved my life one time. Back to the subject. So they're bitching about people calling in and just stupid shit. And that was the great cops coming out today and saying what they're doing. But and then in the Michael Vaughan case, they're saying, "Well, we did this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this," and everybody, yeah, we're gonna do this. But everybody, we're not going on social media because of what y'all did with the Summer Wells case. So they might, block us all, if it gets too bad. Get my point? And then, we don't know what we're talking about. And I get a bad rap anyway. I do not take money. I have never took money. I do not do relationship shit. I just do missing people, or at least fucking make fun of celebrities, but mostly missing people's cases, and for training purposes and learning purposes with your tarot cards, so that we all can learn. And maybe the fucking detectives got their own tarot cards. Who the fuck knows? No, it wouldn't hurt. It probably help. But so it's very easy to learn, whatever. But it does work. And yes, you can get the pick 3 number, the pick 4 number, and if you really tried your fucking ass off, maybe the lottery or mega things. Actually, like 15 years back, I'm gonna say, or maybe 10. Yeah, it was about like between 10 and 15 years. A guy named Bucky that lived in my area of Baltimore, Maryland, won the lottery. And he, you know what he opened? A Wicca church. Now, you know damn well how he got those numbers. Good for Bucky. Right. I don't know where the Wicca church is, but it's somewhere on Eastern Boulevard or something. It's somewhere, but I have not been to it, nor am I a witch. And yet I've been accused of being a witch. Anyway, so, all right, which case do you want to start with? Summer Wells or Michael's? Yeah, but bras cost a fortune now, right? I mean, 30, if not $45 for one that fits right. Guys don't have to go through this shit. I used to cut hair for a living. It's a bitch. Yeah, I mean, if you really concentrate on it and you want to do it, but I'm in big trouble. I got to pay taxes from the winnings I won last year. Big time. I don't know how to pay them. Plus, I don't know how much, but I know I got to pay them. I know I need to win again. So I need concentration, peace, and meditation, and then my tarot cards. Little visual helps, and then just concentration. And I need to win money to pay the damn taxes. I didn't think about that, did I? When I went go to the casino, I didn't think about, oh my god, I gotta pay taxes on $1,200 hit. Really? I put 1,200 in, but you can't use that, can you? No, you can't. Nope. So I gotta come up with some monies. Can't be cutting hair no more. I'm old. I used to love hair. Hair is actually starting to get fun again. It used to be fun in the 80s and 90s. I don't know what the fuck happened in the 20s, hundreds, thousands, or whatever the fuck you want to call this dimension. All I know is it's fucked up. Especially where I live. Men would come in and get a haircut every 6 months versus businessmen come in every 2 weeks, right? Whether they military or not. But anyway, you want repeat customers come in as fast and regular as you can. And then a war breaks out, the Desert Storm bullshit, right? It was like, oh, there goes that, right? So anyway, and once you go to a expensive hair shop, you can't go back to a hair cuttery. hmm You know, because you can't go back to a cheaper shop. You got to make this. You're as good as where you work. You could be the greatest goddamn person at, J.C. Penney's, but it's like $14.50 for a haircut. Sure they'll come back with a coupon, but but you used to making this amount, and you only get 50%. You don't get minimum wage anyway. But anyway, so what do you all think about Summer Wells? I had the weirdest fucking dreams last night, so I'm not sleeping tonight. And do you think she was taken? And if so, where's she at now? Hey, Sassy. Do you think the cops are even gonna fucking find her? Because they're not too. If you're watching cops, you're not too fucking bright. Gambling's a hard thing. You gotta, you really do have to think about odds, especially if you're at the racetrack. Is it worth the bet, and how much does the bet cover? But same with when you go to play those slot machines, you're paying those. They're not like 5, 10, 15, 25 cents anymore. They're like 3.50 a spin now because they're so integrated. It used to be that you had 25 cents, 50 cents, dollar machines, $5 machines, high jackpots, $10 a spin, and they used to have I forget what they call it. The people that regulate gambling, regulators, but they call them something else. But anyway, they have to come in and check if you're paying out right or if you're cheating, and I'm sure they get paid off, right? Like the bingo halls, and so they would check like you got 5,000 25-cent machines. Only 10 of them's gonna pay out, right? Or have to pay out, and then you got the 50-cent machines, and let's say that's half of them. You got what did I say, 2,500? So you got I don't know, 1,000 of those. So only 10 of those have to pay out. So guess which one, right? So okay, you go to the dollar ones. So you have 1,000 of those machines, and let's say 10 of them have to pay out. But then you move up to the $10 machines. There's only 10 $10 machines, and two of them have to pay out by regulations. They got RFD chips in them and shit. But say which one's gonna pay out. So you have a better chance of playing the high rollers. I'm sorry, I missed a question. So she went swimming, got drunk, bumped her head, and then no, she didn't get drunk. And then they tried to let her sleep it off, and she died. No, I mean, it's possible, but they said that they actually checked into it, but then I think that she only bought one long twisted ice tea. I thought she bought a 6 pack or something. No, they claim that she only bought one. Who knows if that's true? Now, giving your 5-year old long twisted tea, yeah, that would be on. Nobody stopped her. The grandmother and the teenage boy didn't stop her. Yeah, no, we gotta use our heads. That doesn't add up. And if so, they'd all would be punished for it, not just the mother. You have to step up and say something about that because a child would get permanent brain damage from alcohol poisoning. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible, but I don't think so. I think they went back to the house. The boys said they saw her. So they dropped off all the groceries. Boys ate. Then they went back outside. And, who's to say they weren't waiting for a guy to come get drugs, or the guy showed up and his friend was in the woods and just happened to text him and said, "Oh, wow, Summers is outside." Remember, they do travel in packs now. That the guy in Brooklyn that just went nuts, 20-something-year-old. His father was with him, elderly guy in my age, 50-something, and in a car, and he just gets out and grabs a lady kid that's walking down the sidewalk, and then they all run, and 3 of her other kids attack them in the car. And the father said, "I didn't know he was going to do it." The guy's nuts, and they believe him. But the point is 2 people were in the car. Oddly, the case in I think it was Tennessee, where the 112-year-old was just almost kidnapped in daylight. A guy and somebody else, they didn't say the passenger's name, 2 people in the car. The crazy motherfucker just gets out and tries to grab the 12-year-old. Because 12-year-old's a little bit stronger. So in the picture I saw, the guy looks a little bit stronger and crazy. Definitely looks crazy. And tried to kidnap a 12-year-old in daytime. And the guy in the car they released, that's what the cops said. They released him. He seemed to not know what the fuck was going on. Now, maybe was he like, not to offend anybody, retarded or slow, or uh, something wrong, or elderly, or maybe he just didn't know what the fuck was going on. He was listening to his jams, and but the point is, there was 2 people in the car. So out of random kidnappings, 2 people were in the car. That's crazy. Times are getting fucking crazy. Next week, I'm afraid there's going to be something crazier. You cannot leave your kids. You cannot let them play outside anymore without you. Somebody, if there's even 8. I mean, when my kids were that young, I made both my sons were on the autism spectrum, so their boundaries was stay the fuck in the yard. And of course, my oldest one decided he wasn't going for that. The point was, I had to chase him down, search him, and pull him back in. I used to have every damn game, including the pool, to keep his ass in the yard with every other kid in the neighborhood. I'd have like, yeah, today's a party day. Here's some hot dogs, grill out, just anything to keep them in the yard and to keep him in the yard, and to have fun times. Was it worth it? No, but I did it. Uh, and it's a bitch, but that's what you got to do now. You cannot let them run to the other neighbor's house. You cannot. Man, you trust them. You trust them. You don't know who's visiting. You don't know who's visiting in between, visiting, walking, or just somebody. You just don't know fucking know no more. And it takes a split second. They actually are snatching just pulling up and get the fuck in the car and shit. Yeah, I mean, next I guess you'd be stealing old people for organs if they had any organs that were worth donating to, right? So that's fucking scary. But yeah, kids are commodities, not just for sexual urges. They need organs and they need brain cells for especially brand new babies, right? Sick to think it, but yeah. And you probably got what? Two detectives each child, if not two FBI agents, making I'm assuming 35,000, if not 30,000 a year plus medical, maybe. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have the badminton sets, you're gonna have the pool, you're gonna have fucking games, then you gotta clean it, and then the fucked up part is the other mothers think you're a free fucking babysitter. Anything happens at your house, like the neighbors have a daytime, what's called home invasion, and you're on the news. I had a bitch tell me, oh my god, that her little kid with special needs says, I can't play at your house, I might get shot. Yeah, the neighbors next to me had a daytime home invasion. We were on the news. Yeah, drama. Right. This fucker said, oh, so and so, he might have stole our rent. I was like, yep. Apparently, he stole our rent too, running out. Right, bitch. Right. Like you didn't know your boyfriend was selling drugs? Right. Anyway, we did get rid of him. But yeah, home invasion where there was gunmen. I was doing a lady's hair. And the kids were in the pool. And I had the Spanish kid that ran down the alley. I didn't know Spanish. Stop. Come back inside, right? But the next day, this little fucker said, my mommy won't let me play in your yard. I'm like, well, I never told you, mommy, that you were allowed in my fucking yard. I never said I was babysitting your fucking ass. That pissed me off. Yes, and if you're a mother, you understand how you get fucking used. But yeah, keep them in your yard. Anything you gotta do. Is it worth it? But are you responsible for the other people's kids? Fuck no. So, anyway. So I'm wondering if they are gonna find Summers because it seems like the cops are a bunch of fucking idiots. Did I say that out loud? What do y'all think? I'm saying that I don't know, Andy Griffin and Barney Five could figure this shit out, right? Faster than what the fuck they're doing. Yep. Cal, sometimes you gotta fucking laugh. Cause this world's getting fucked up. Especially with if you don't have a vaccination, you can't get on the plane and shit. Hey, stop pushing the button. You're gonna delete us. Look, she's all over my cards. This dog is so fat. I thought that she, could eat half a can of food. I didn't realize that maybe that's a little too much. And it's by weight. Alright, so if you get bored, I'll do your fucking relationship. Hold on, let me roll a cigarette. I roll one for you too. I can't smoke weed. Don't hang up, sassy. Yeah, I literally roll my own and supposed to quit years ago. Right. And I'm sick of people saying to me, well, you shouldn't smoke. Yeah, I know, duh. But the worst part is those hypocrites that actually smoke. My sister smokes when she goes out to nightclubs and shit. and then stops the next day. I don't know how the fuck you do that. Look, now I can't get the shit going to the damn hole, but I don't know how she does that, but she does it. And it's like, yeah, they'll be smoking behind your back, but right to your face, you shouldn't smoke. Come on, bitch, get in there. Bad night. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm sick of this. Why am I having trouble? And when all the rain people were having and flooding and shit, Maryland just had an earthquake. It was only 2.2 something or another, but any minute we could have the big one. Gallon. But any minute we could have the big one. Damn dog, you is fat. Your mama feeding you too much. Way too much. But actually I need a pillar to bring you up higher. Yep, let's try this. Hold on, if I disconnect, I'll call you back. Hold up. Uh-oh. What's that shit? Where's the thingy at? I gotta try yard stream. And this is a sheet. I thought it was a pillow. Ow. Thank God I ain't got the dude that's in the toes watching me, right? Close that. Go away. All right, there you go. Go away. Go away. And yeah, now that I'm live, it's so much fucking easier than to download the shit. I mean, upload the shit. It takes like 58 fucking minutes for 18 minutes or something, you know? So anyway, there you go. Not to show you my cleavage and my bra. But, so much fucking easier. Light up. God, I wish this was a joint. I used to get high as shit when I was younger. That shit used to be so good. Anyway. Yeah, because you can't afford giant, right? They're fucking $10 a pack of cigarettes now. Cock-sucking bastards. Say it all together, kids. Cock-sucking bastards. Right, Sassy? Right. Damn, the cigarette's good. I'll be on my deathbed smoking this shit. And wishing it was a joint. I'm in pain management. They will not let me smoke weed. Go figure. But anyway, I look so fucking old in these boy photos. So anyway, I don't know what else to ask. Yeah, Don's lying, and yeah, Candace is lying, but not about what the fuck happened to the kid. They lying before that shit, right? And yeah, that house is a fucking mess, and you wonder why they took the boys away from them. Besides the death threats, they're a bunch of hoarders. That house was unsafe. It looked like, not to mention the wiring, that at any moment that shit was going to catch on fire due to a rat or just a kid accidentally just fucking putting something else into an outlet. I don't think she ever cooked anyway. So what was Candace's job? If she wasn't watching the kids very good, she was partying. I mean, you know, not to put her down, but look where she was living. What else was there to do? But I'm assuming she's younger than Dawn. Not by far. But, you know what I mean? The kids aren't in school because of the coronavirus. I bet they were going nuts on that property. They had to have known the neighbors, right? $17 a pack. Oh my God. Yeah, Candace's brain is like a kid. Sleeping, well, I wouldn't say sleeping all day, probably partying all day. She knew how to drive. She knew how to get her ass to the hospital and back. And I don't believe she was drinking hard iced tea and driving like she seemed to be driving good. You know, and then who's to say in a small town, people knew people. whether you know him, like, hey, how you doing, bitch? But or I know where that bitch lives. Who's to say that somebody wasn't following them from the drugstore? I mean, remember the pills I get, Rite Aid, or no, I'm sorry, CVS will not sell them no more. I wonder why, because they got robbed the most. They have a lot of drive-throughs, CVS. They got robbed the most by a lot of people I know that are now in prison for being a drug addict or on that Suboxone fake shit, which is the worst fucking shit they came out with, especially for bipolar people and with that are addicts. They slept worse than a heroin addict, out for 18 hours. But that Suboxone shit, I don't get it. But once you on that, it doesn't seem like you ever get off of it. I don't want to be on it. Guy who knows what the fuck that shit does. Tramadine or Tramadine or whatever the fuck. Nope, don't want that shit either. I don't want nothing with Tylenol in it. It fucks your liver up, especially for women. But anyway, yeah, we know Candace partied. She seemed like she could be able to work if all the boys, so all right, Summer was the youngest, so she was just now starting kindergarten or actually first grade. Maybe she was delayed by the birthday. I think she is a water sign, so she's delayed by the birthday of starting late in school. So this was full time. You get your mother gets to have the real freedom when those kids, and that's when they usually, unlike me, that's when you plot and plan to get the fuck away from your husband or ex lover with the kid, because as soon as that kid gets into full time school, you can get a job and you don't have to pay as much for daycare because daycare is out of this world, and you can't find a good one because everybody's in it. So you get the shitty daycare, pray your kids there when you get home. It makes you wonder how many kids disappear from daycare or have accidents. Yeah, people know people, especially at the Rite Aid. So even if they went all the way this way, I forget what the hell the town was called. She goes this way to go all the way to the medical center, and that's just where that one guy was trying to kidnap that 12-year-old. I looked it up on Google and Google mapped it. I'd like to show you all that, but I got the art stream, but really don't know how to use it yet. So I don't want to. Maybe tomorrow I'll test it. Even though tonight's a good night to do it, maybe somebody could help me learn it. But yeah, so I could like split the screen and we could actually Google it together. But so anyways, they go all the way this way, pick up Hunter, and then go to the medical center, and then go all the way back, and then go to the lake, and then drop him back off, and then go all the way back home. So well, they say it took like an hour to get back home. But they well no, they already stopped at the grocery store before that. So I mean that was a long afternoon. Now she decided to leave all the boys home, right? And then supposedly Hunter said, but Allie denies it, and I think Don denies it too, that somewhere along that conversation, I think they were either at the drugstore or the hospital, where Don calls Candace and says that there's a strange guy, something to do with the boys, right? Showing him their penis or wanting to touch their penis or something on the property. And then Chris, whatever the fuck his name is, interviewing him, says something about trying to find out what that was about. Yeah, Don's 57. I mean, he still looks like he's in pretty good shape for a 57-year-old drunk, right? Or a ex-druggy drunk. Apparently, he still drink even though he's a Christian. So what was I saying? About yeah, there was a strange man that was something on the property, Now Don was trying to say that a couple of days before that there was a he apparently is some kind of supervisor at his drywall whatever the fuck business. And like I said, I wouldn't want people in my shed either if you had equipment or stolen equipment. You don't want somebody to say, "Hey, that's my shit. I knew it was there," right? Or Jose's hiding in it. But so so there was a strange man that was after boys. Now, Summer apparently after swimming. I didn't see no pictures with her hair bow in the hair. Maybe she did resemble a boy, right? Well, of course, they said that she was still wearing her long sleeve um, windbreaker set after swimming, which I doubt that. That was probably already in the car. I'm sure she took it off or whatever, but went inside, used the bathroom, ate something, and came back outside playing and shit. But no doubt in my mind, after reading the cards, that they were doing pills and wasn't paying attention to Summer. I don't believe she went in the house, went out the basement shit. She never went back into the house. Candace put the blame on the boys. I told y'all to watch your sister. But hey, mom, we didn't see our sister. My bad. They're used to that shit. Right? And then the 8, 12, 20, or 40 dogs they have on the property. And you don't believe that it's a dog trail? No, that looks like a little kid playing trail. You know, dogs should be running that trail all day long, but their little feet don't clear the dirt like that. That was definitely kids went down in that area. And when I was a kid, that's we played in the woods. We actually would find a tree, close to and climb the tree. God forbid we found a copperhead. And thank God I lived. Thank you, God. Right? Uh, we lived down in the woods. We only had one TV station out in the boondocks, right? But of course they got Wi-Fi. But yet the Wi-Fi worked, but the telephone didn't work. Oddly, only worked in Grandma's trailer, camper, whatever. So that doesn't make much sense. But yeah, I do believe that people were dropping the dogs off to them, and the dogs would just find their way up to other dogs. What were they feeding them? God only knows, right? But yeah, if Don didn't have a house payment or rent, and I'm assuming that in summertime they didn't have no coal expense or oil expense. You seen the wood that was out front of their house that was probably dropped off by the church in the summertime that's not needed. But I'm sure they weren't using that much. So they had a $600 car payment. I don't know if that bitch was worth $600 a month. With the insurance, maybe it all added up to $600 a month. But drive long. I don't see how and plus food. Yeah, and see, he's capable of making that for his family. But now that we're out of the corona shit, and then alcohol and whatever else recreational shit they do. I don't know if they really. I know she vaped. She had no problem pulling in, getting gas, vaping, and getting what's it called? Wet tea or funny tea or what the hell is it called? Iced tea, Cuban tea, good tea. What the hell is that tea called? It is good. You can't even taste the alcohol. Unlike ice beer, it's bad for you. But so anyway, also they've been known to watch the damn social channels too. So even though Don said all psychics are evil, I'm not psychic. I'm just a tarot card reader, and I'm doing pretty good at it. Uh, some people are psychic, or they feel as though they're psychic. Most people, all people have premonitions. So, but yeah, there was a couple of people, and sometimes I get to the point where I get crazies where I should probably turn comments off. But my sons remind me never ever cuss them out, mom, because they like that. But anyway, uh, um, I get some psychos that leave crazy messages, and so apparently they're getting so many crazy messages from people who think they're psychics at the police department. So anyway, uh, we figured out north, east, south, and west about where they were on the property, which direction the man took her from. So, and I've asked, is the grandmother involved? I asked if Candace is involved. I asked if the father is involved. From what I think they know who the person is, but yet not really good friends with them. They might have partied a couple times. Remember, down at the end of the road, there's somebody. I don't know, somebody with an English accent. I forget her name, but her fucking shit's really stupid. But she had it in there. Is does this look like Candace partying and everything? And then remember, Don took off and left. I guess them and Candace there went back to Utah for a while, and that's where Jose stepped in, and Allie suddenly got upset about that shit, and are jealous, but why? Because Jose likes chicks with dicks. That means he likes guys with titties and dicks, but chicks with dicks. But yet Allie lets her son around that shit. But anyway, and apparently Candace lets him stay there too. But so Don got jealous of that and couldn't say, I don't know, whatever the fuck. But yeah, you don't want to make a 6'9" motherfucker pissed off at you, ladies. Word of advice, because it's going to take at least 5 of y'all to beat the fuck out of them, or at least stop them from beating the fuck out of the whole house, right? So yeah, you don't want to piss somebody that fucking big off, right? So a lot of people were saying that Don was home that day, and that maybe he was down in the basement with Sellers, and I guess ancestral shit happened, and maybe that's how she died. I mean, they've done came up with every goddamn thing you can think of with Don and Candace. Definitely done thought about every damn thing you could think of. Right? I mean, yeah, grandma, somebody told me, swings the one way, and of course it's like, well, that makes sense. Look at her. But, then again, a lot of old women or a lot of old people just swing differently at that age. It's like, bam, I'm gay. Or at your old age, it's easier to get laid if you're gay. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But anyway, you just don't know, right? And what are y'all's thoughts on that shit? Do you think could have been somebody that was known to the neighbors to visit, friend, boarder, worker? And they also said that within that week, which it wasn't in a lot of the interviews, because they leave out the shit that makes common sense to their narrative, and wanted Candace to look guilty, and then wants Don to look guilty. They left out that there was workers on the trees in the neighborhood that week that were up on that property hill, because that's the highest there is, and so there was people on that property. And then they said, well, they think Jose's back in where was it? North Carolina. Grandma dropped him off in North Carolina. And now they're saying they don't know where grandma's at, that she just took off. And, well, they had to leave. The house was continuously being threatened. Like, fuck you people, I'm gonna kill you. I mean, it's like, really? That's fucked up. I got the AC one and it's starting to get hot. Hot flash. So that's all I got on my chest. What do you all think? What do you think, Sassy? Oh, you talk too damn much. Mm. Um, so the cops said that they're tired of people calling in with fake fucking shit, psychic shit, and they done ruin the names for other psychics and tarot card readers and I don't know, people that want to be psychics and shit. Or just people that want to say, hey, this is my thought or idea. You might not have thought about it. I came up with some good ones, didn't I? With, I don't know, maybe she had to get married to an old fuck in Utah. You didn't hear that one, huh? That's a new one. So, I want you all to close your eyes and aces represent areas north, east, south, and west. So we can, and also the star represents north to south. Like Letitia Stotch, when she was moving the poor little boy's body from vehicle to vehicle, and the cops weren't even watching. She was renting vehicles and putting the dead boy's body in the vehicles and using another vehicle and then took off to Florida, like north to south, like I said. But it's okay. We're not psychic. The cards are. And then sometimes you read the cards wrong. But we can go back and learn from this because this is not going to be the last kidnapping or child abduction shit, right? So we got to learn from every damn thing. And if it takes a detective to pick up a deck of cards and learn how to fucking read them, he might get somewhere with his fucking job, right? Instead of being a missing cold case for 35 fucking years, right? All right, this is my new deck. This is my old deck, and this is my mini deck. Yeah, it's a mini deck. I also have another deck. If we get really confused, I have another deck over there, and I actually have another deck downstairs. That's the dark deck, but I haven't even really used them because complications with the way they put the cards. It's just getting too confusing. But anyway, so remember when you do your tarot cards, it's really about your intentions when it comes to past, present, and future. And always when you do your future with the Aleister Crowley deck, it seems like the bad shit comes up first than the good shit, which is good in a way because wouldn't you rather know what's going to fucking happen really bad and suddenly if something doesn't change? And no matter what, people, your cards can change depending on people and situations. The cards can change your future. Somebody could break their neck and not show up to work that day, and then or court, and you get scot free. It fucking shit happens, but you just never fucking know. Shit can interfere and change the circumstances of the outcome. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, just like a blizzard could hit, not tomorrow in the middle of August, but you never fucking know. Blizzard could hit and just change the whole outcome of whatever the fuck. Just using that as an example. So I'm gonna take these off for a while, even though I feel cross-eyed now because of the reading glasses. Right? Yeah, well, then again, I can't really read too good. Oh, yes, we got lots of dog behavior. Sassy's been poo-pooing outside. Yay for Sassy. Move your fat ass. Right. Get over there. All right. So you know where the house is up on the hill. We're going to ask it, what direction is Summer's body? And then aces or tell us northeast, west, and south. And the star would be north to west. And I think a couple other ones like might show the direction, but that's like more like countries, continents than direct. But anyway, close your eyes, or you can leave them open, but really concentrate on a ball between your hands of light, and going back and forth. Feel the power, and then just concentrate on the question and what your intentions are. We'd like to know the truth. And what direction is Summer Wells's body at right now? Where the fuck is she? Wave your hands around like this, some magic wand, and then keep concentrating. And one, and then two, and then three. Put your hands over it again. I kept getting northwest of the house, like 5 degrees to the west, since day one. But then again, they might have moved her, whoever the fuck took her. And I also keep getting, and of course, you're going to not see my face because I'm going to try to not spill my drink and push y'all down some right here. Let me move this deck, and then this deck. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm sorry to do this on my bed, but my leg fucking hurts. My back hurts. And my dining room chairs are fucking metal. They hurt. I could have sat in that chair over there. But if y'all really can't see, I can move it, put it up higher. Like that. Ow. But this is interesting. You see how these are? Right there. That's things to take into consideration or change. Which you can't change because this has already happened. But anyway, the reason why we're asking, and the personality of the problem, peace, tranquility, and where the fuck is she? And then the Queen of Swords, Wands, usually represents the police, or just untouchable, uncompromising. Like she ain't been found yet. But cruelty, lies, deception, and malice, suffering, and just cruelty, beaten, right? So, starring I and recognize it. Now, this keeps coming up. Now, the star could be as herself, being recognized, or north to south. And then healing, rest, and medicine man. Normally, disc represents problems coming or going. And then this one, per se, is not going or coming. He's resting. He's resting in a field, and he's just, time stands still, resting, not going nowhere. So north to south, not going nowhere. Character, virtue, that's it. Character ain't going nowhere. And then over on this side, you got work, movement, the devil, hidden, temptation, all that the devil implies, good times and fun. And then legal problems, the law, what you gonna do, when they come through you, bad boy. So the law seems to be working on it. It's in movement. They lying about what they got. but they got something. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow, because otherwise they're going to look like clueless fucking rednecks. And YouTubers are putting in more money than their dumbasses, right? But anyway, things are taken in consideration. Just like I said, them motherfuckers ain't making nothing. Right. But anyway, um, the Prince of Cups usually represents a younger male or Scorpio or a water sign. But a younger male, like 30-ish, maybe 25, 30-ish, 35-ish. But also can also represent an ex-lover, ex-boyfriend, and death, destruction, shock of the home, defeat, loss, and everything that it implies. So, complete death, destruction, shock, and killed your fucking kid. Is it an ex boyfriend or is it a younger guy? But remember, I asked, what direction did you put her in? Didn't answer the question. It wants to tell me something completely different. Objectivity research, all that it implies, scientific, computerized, electricity or whatever the fuck. Objects overflowing near water, and then the waters contained here. Pleasure was received. Say power was held, but given to objectivity research studies. So he was watching, and also knew where he was going to put her, and then all that implied, and pleasure was received, and then done with it. So I'm pretty right to the point. So as you can tell, if you sensitive to cursing, smoking, whatever, farting, or sassy, not me, but no joking aside, right to the point. You might not want to watch my show. It didn't answer when we asked, where is she? But it's telling us she's no longer with us. Sad. Yeah, it is fucking sad. And I keep saying, I don't know why the fuck I continue doing this shit. It's my sister says, why do you even do this shit? I don't fucking know. Let's do the other cards. We'll save the mini for last because they're always fun. Can I roll another cigarette? Do y'all mind? I gotta quit smoking, but I don't like my vape. Even though I found the charger for it. Y'all mind if I roll a cigarette real quick? Meanwhile, you all concentrate on the card. This is my old deck. And also on my trump cards, and I'm talking, these are old dirty ones, right? When I say dirty, they run down, used, and all kinds of spells. But anyway, the trump cards have special writings on them, the alphabet, because I was trying to separate those trump cards to use as, if y'all haven't watched me before, I was using them as like a Ouija board, trying to ask him who was responsible for taking Summers. And on my other 5 other videos of Summers, TZ keeps coming up, which everybody keeps saying she's got Taz on her hand. I don't know what the fuck it means. TZ, like, not to give out my last name, because my last name is not the same as my son's names. And say what if y'all know my son, right? My son's last name is Swartz, Swartz. Like somehow words are spelled with TZ, like Czar and shit like that. TZ keeps coming up. I don't know why, but it keeps fucking coming up. And somebody pointed out she's got Taz written on her hand, and I don't know what it means. It's not the Tasmanian devil picture, just the word Taz, T-A-Z. But TZ keeps coming up. Because I figured, hey, look, if I can use the Ouija board, and, I can use tarot cards just like it, alphabet-wise, because they're in Hebrew. Put them in alphabet, A, B, C, D, etc. But didn't expect TZ to come up, right? But it was like 20 fucking times now. And it's been recorded. Like, I'll shuffle the shit and TZ keeps coming up. Right? I don't know what the fuck it means. Now I know the emperor can represent father figure, uh, government, etc., like FBI agent or just just plain government shit, But or TZ. So that didn't work too good. You might as well just get on a Ouija board. Which reminds me, maybe next month I'll get a Ouija board for y'all. Show you how to fuck yourself up and get possessed. Who wants to get possessed? Raise your hand. Sass, you want to get possessed? No. I can just see her possessed. Right? Alright, that's not funny. Okay. Hopefully I don't have to pee, but let me roll a cigarette real quick. Thanks. I roll one for you. I'll be quick. And yeah, I swore to myself I was going to get sleep early tonight. And by the way, look at the mess this shit makes, right? And probably tomorrow I'll delete this shit. So say what you want, okay? Room's all a mess. I'm all a mess. Smoking it. Yeah, I'll never get commercials on my station. But, because of smoking. But yeah, I'll probably delete this tomorrow because I've done this shit 20-something times now. I just thought I'd go back one tonight because these motherfuckers pissed me off with that interview and then the same fucking shit and then him just raking that couch in saying it's being donated and shit. It's like, but your comments are off. You gotta be a member for this. I mean, it's like, really? And some people were saying, yeah, he's full of shit. He's doing it for the money and time for me. This is why I got quit smoking. Can't breathe. But all right, concentrate, everybody. Got the AC on, my windows open to get that smoke out. But damn, they took out my a fan I had up there. And it's a bitch when you start getting a hot flash. All right, let's concentrate again. It's all y'all's fault. It didn't happen before. We'll blame it on Sassy's. It's your fault. What direction is Summer Wells in? Where is her body? Where is her physical body at? From the house. Where is her physical body at? 1, 2, 3. And the way I do it, I don't do it this way, shuffle. I do it this way, so there is no reverse. Keeps your cards lasting longer. But anyway, let me pull you all down a little bit. Where is she at? But I'm not saying there's a right way or a wrong way, whatever works for you. Whatever the cards mean for you. And that's the key of tarotness. That's a new word, tarotness. Tarotness. I'm going to pull you down even more because you can't see. And then I lay out 15 cards. I don't do the 7 card. I mean, I do it like for long-term relationship shit, but I don't do long-term relationship shit. But if I had to, I would do it the 7 card one. This is what's happening now, or what did happen, all right? So, okay, like I said, if you know some of the Trump cards got writings on them, that's the alphabet versus the Hebrew alphabet. So anyway, the reason why I'm asking oppression, being held back, or we don't know the truth, and then decision in time is propelled and moved. We'd like to know, and sudden movements are coming. Cruelty, bloodshedding, violence, total fucking bullshit, right? And no child deserves that. So then you start picturing that shit in your mind. So, you notice how I was looking down that way? the prince. But up here, we don't have the presence because we're looking into the past. So, debauchery, drug abuse, alcohol, lengthening, timing too, stagnation, near water but stagnated, but there's strength there, and then sorrow, sadness, and separation and loss, and then female, um, mother, earth, and etc. Work, movement, a hangman, redemption through sacrifice. That also can represent your water, and then brings negativity, death, destruction, and shock. All that implies, and then the knight is against. Break free of negativity. You can't break free of negativity when you're dead. But anyway, it still isn't answering my question tonight. I wonder if the cops found something else and they're not telling us. Change, visit, physically, risk taking, involvement. You telling me you went back and visited? Anticipating, waiting. There's SSK. But anyway, like I was saying, the Trumps have writing on them. So, okay, now it's, or possibly she's been moved, telling me totally different, and it will not give me a directional. No aces have shown up, and no level change. Something's occurred that's different. And like I said, when you're done, you don't have to subscribe to me, but if you look at some of my other videos I've done with Summer, all the same cards keep coming up in her direction. And I'm not the only one. Other tarot card readers came up with the same thing. In fact, someone had just posted, 5 minutes ago, it was northeast, but I came up with northwest, just a degree of northwest. I think it's called Gracie Town. That was my old deck, right? All right. Let's try one more time and concentrate hard because I don't know why it's not saying it, but what direction is she at? North, east, south, or west from the house? Where is she at? North, east, south, or west from the house? I'm beginning to think somebody moved her. Or they found her, one or the other. I also had a level change the other night where it was like 4:30 in the morning. I posted it. And of course, made me look like an asshole because the next day they didn't find her. They just came on and bitched about us on YouTube and Facebook. All right, the Hangman, redemption through sacrifice. We'd like to know where she's at. The reason why we're asking, did they change and move her? And then where was she seen? So we got the devil hidden, and then physically, sexually and physically, in energy. And then we have against, and then we have another 5, which is, double worse, defeat, contested, fight, and then truth revealed. Now, look, that's the Ace of Swords. And that's different because that is actually, did I wake you? I'm sorry. That's west. And then oppression, being held, level change, and then interference, paranoid, people interfering, and then Taurus the builder. He's done moved her ass. Moved her ass more to the west. Whether this is true or not, that's what I just got, okay? What do y'all think? Anybody else got cards out there getting the same thing? A cemetery? Sure, I'll try it. Which one you want to try? The mini deck, the old deck, or the new deck? Um, some of them after I do a reading, it'll still continue the question that we asked or the person. So let's go with the first one and try to see if we can do it. I didn't see any cemeteries when I googled it on the map, but I can't see very good anyway, even with my bifocal old lady glasses on, right? But we'll use this deck and ask cemetery. Which way is the cemetery? And yeah, somebody was saying from the get go that it could have been that one guy from the church that's a mortician or something, because fire did keep coming up. Dark sets downstairs. I gotta go way downstairs, go way back up. But I'll show you the dark set another time. That's why I bought them. But I didn't realize there were many decks, and then I don't like the fact that they don't have the names of the cards, so you really have to look at them and then look at the symbol down below to see what suit they are, because it's that hard to figure out if it's a sword, a disc, or a cup, or what. So I mean, it's really that hard. And see, three puffs and that cigarette's gone. All right, so we'll ask if she's in or near a cemetery. All right, everybody, close your eyes, concentrate. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let me pull you back down. My legs starting to cramp. So this probably be the last question for tonight, and then we'll do Michael tomorrow night, or continue whatever the hell comes up tomorrow. Is she near a cemetery? Is there a body near a cemetery? All right. I don't know if you see what I see over here. Nope. Guess you can't. Without knocking everything over. See that card? Anyway, disappointment and loss. Reasons why we're asking. She's lost emotionally. It's all emotional. And then trying to find strength there. And then risk-taking involvement of government, looking, searching, worried, slaying as fast as they can. And then they have female home, mother, loving, family, the home, from the home, oppression being held, level change, and then original thoughts, the fool. But it also represents original thoughts. So, I don't know if we ever had that question before or not, but original thought or spiritual thought. I guess that would represent cemetery, right? And then travel vehicle or car, death. Of course, cemetery is filled with that, right? And then or could be home, work, and risk taking involvement, anticipating, waiting, up fear, anxiety, and truth revealed, and cause liberation, freeing herself, and then fertility in it, movement, land, untrustworthy, but truth revealed. So where's the cemetery at? Anybody know? I didn't even think about a cemetery, but I know that they said about the one guy in the church was a mortician. There's a cemetery across the house from the. Really? I didn't know that. I thought there was a little church or something. I didn't know there was a cemetery across the house. Shit, that place must be possessed. Well, that's a possibility. Morrison Cemetery. Straight across? That would be north, right? That's fucked up. Well, I hope they check there for the dirt and everything, right? Fresh dirt. I mean, they can't lay down and pack it. I don't know. Maybe they could, but well, I guess she is near. But then again, spiritually, your body kind of travels 5 miles away from your body every night you sleep. So I'm wheezing again. Um, we'll have to do it again. I don't know why I'm not getting accurate reading. Maybe they moved her again. That fucking shit happened with Letitia, where she was moving him left and right. And baby Boswell, Evelyn Boswell, I know a lot of people that do their news shit, crime stuff on there, say that no, she was buried underneath the shed the whole time. And bullshit. They fucking moved her, and that's why they gave the mother and the boyfriend the car to begin with. Even the great grandmother of the dude's the grandmother's boyfriend, she even said he stopped by to get money from her and said that the motel that they were staying at was flooded. He came in with wet, drenched pants filled with mud and shit. And that's when they were about to search the ponds. They pulled her up out of the pond and then moved her to but it was possible that she was first underneath that trailer that the mother and her lived at. So these some sneaky bastards, right? They do anything not to get busted. And then look at the crazy bitch that was driving around since 2020 with her nephew and niece in the back of her trunk. Just happened in my hometown, Baltimore, Maryland. Y'all sleepies? Because I am. I know Sassy is. But I did not know there was a cemetery directly across the street. Oh. I even Googled it, didn't even notice it. So, all right. So, if you want to, I could come back on tomorrow night a little bit earlier, and we'll go downstairs in my dining room at the kitchen table and with dining room table and do readings for a while. And I'll bring all four of my decks. Well, actually, five of my decks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my decks, and all the books I need, and sit there and just write down the questions and what our responses are and what the questions are again. Ask each of the cards if we have to, and see what happens. Right? I think the police are close. They're really bitchy right now and trying to get people to back off, especially with the people bitching about the interviews of the Don Wells shit that's going on. I do believe Don Wells is close to being suicidal, especially after the shit with the sister and the grandfather shit. So, and then whatever Candace, I'm sure, is threatened to leave him, but I guess Don's ready to leave her to ass too. Oh, here's my mouse. What do y'all think? So they got their marital problems. It was nice meeting you on. If I see you again, I see you again. And it's a life is a bitch and scary as shit. Right, Sassy? Wake your ass up. She can't even go outside. These rats will tear her fat ass up. These rats are fatter and bigger than you. But anyway, and then this poor other little 5-year-old missing, and their parents are like, we ain't saying a damn word on Facebook or YouTube. But, that's why the cops tell you. And they will tell you, and they should tell you. If not, I'll tell you. Remain silent. What you say will be used against you in the court of law. For God's sakes, they will make shit up and say you did it, right? And then, like I said, tomorrow night we'll do something fun, or if y'all have other questions, pick 3 questions or something. What's a better time to come on? Because tomorrow's Thursday night and nothing's on anyway, ever. TV. I gave up watching. I've officially came old and said life's too short to be watching this shit. But yeah, I'll be earlier than 1 o'clock in the morning. So like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or 9 o'clock would be good if you want to do that. Or you want to wait till your kids or man's asleep, right? Let me know what's a good time. 9, 10, or 11. And we'll do it tomorrow night, which is Thursday already. Already the 5th of the month. I mean, 5 days just flew by, right? All right, 10 o'clock. Thank you, Teresa. That sounds good. Okay, I'll see you 10 o'clock. Everybody be careful and be safe. Don't trust fucking nobody. And whatever you do, make sure nobody's got life insurance out on you without you knowing about it. You can get life insurance on anybody. So that's even scary. I'm afraid to find a man, and he might just put life insurance out on me because I'm about to die of smoking anyway, right? But then again, do you blame him? But he might suffocate me, right? Don't let that happen, Sassy. All right. She'll watch me. I know she'll watch me. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. All right. Oh, it's 11:50 there. Damn, that's early. It's 2:51 here. No wonder you're wide awake. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. But yeah, as soon as I kept saying that about Summer Wells, and you can watch all my videos, I ain't lying. And also Dark Roses, she's got doing the same thing, same cards come up. That for damn like a month, same shit, and then all of a sudden it's changing on us. So yeah, either they found something or somebody's they didn't move their ass or about to move her ass. But yeah, that's what we kept getting north to west. So now that I look like an asshole, they're gonna make me look like a liar. But all right, I'll see y'all 10 o'clock tomorrow Eastern. So that's let's see, that would be like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock on crazy time, right? Thanks, I'll see you. Say good night, or good night.